kind of between price points. Like if I want to go to the next price point, there's some things I ought to do.
Okay.
Or else go a lot lower than what I am. So
Okay.
I'm kind of in the middle of deciding that. I have it listed at $324.
Yeah.
I take offers below that. If I do what I'm taking, it'll be
Are you
higher.
the owner?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. And the agent.
I lived
Okay.
here. Well, actually, my friend is an agent. She listed it. I've been doing the showings.
Gotcha.
But I lived here for 11 years. I'm a contractor. I did a lot of the work myself. And what has like from that wall over was done in 2001 by my brother-in-law. I helped him with a lot of that. I bought the house in 2007, and from this wall over is new construction.
Gotcha.
In 2010. So let's take a walk through, and I'll show you what we're thinking of doing.
Okay.
And go from there. So we have two entrances, one into the living room, one into the kitchen. And this has got the coat closet here.
Very nice. And so this is a total electric, yeah?
I'm sorry?
Is it total electric?
You mean for the heat?
Well, everything. Total electric means everything runs off of electric.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
heat zone 7, hot water baseboards, radiant oil.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the heating is oil.
The heating is oil.
Okay. So that's all the stove is.
Stove is electric.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is half an acre, Chris.
Oh, yeah. That's always nice. Very nice.
So we now have a walk-in laundry.
Uh-huh.
This was the original laundry when we moved here. We just used it as a part of the kitchen closet.
Yeah.
It needs to be painted. And then we've got 2 bedrooms and a bath, full bath back here.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Is it quartz?
It's like a corian type of material.
Very nice.
I like what they did across the street in that barn.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Beautiful salt
Barn
box style.
garage.
Mhm.
This is pretty.
So this here's a reach-in closet and a smallish bedroom.
And
And a
this is
slightly
what-
larger
I use
bedroom.
this for a office.
Mhm.
Actually, gotta put the doors back on there. Which I was changing the doors.
Oh, that's okay.
Same size
Yeah.
closet though.
So this was here to prevent accidental.
We had an alarm. It has switched receptacles, and we had an alarm clock plugged in. We just didn't want it turned on.
It got old after a while, didn't it?
Reset it.
Excellent. And here's your switch to turn the oil burner on and off.
Yeah.
Well, I want to save the basement to last. It's,
Okay.
it's my favorite place to go.
Okay.
It literally is. You've no idea.
Nice big kitchen.
It is. I like how it's spacious. You can.
In terms of
Yeah.
if we did this over, so these cabinets were put in 2001.
Yep.
My brother and I do cabinets, custom cabinets. So what we're actually thinking of doing is taking these out, putting in white or some light colored ones, go to the ceiling, granite countertops, tile backsplash, an eat-out island right here, and some additional cabinets in this space
Okay.
as well. Out this door, so we're gonna do kind of like four major upgrades. One was the kitchen, adding a deck from here out to the corner of the house, so that would be like a 16 by 16 deck.
Yeah.
And the foundation, we're actually going to probably have that stuccoed just to dress it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the yard was never really professionally graded. We'd like to have that done and do that. So those are the things that we have in mind.
Okay. If the house doesn't sell, you're going to.
If the house doesn't sell, I mean, I'm open to selling it the way it is now.
Yeah.
I'm just.
But you're thinking
I've
about.
had it on long enough that it's probably time to re-up a little bit and make some changes and re-lift it. So master with the full bath.
Very nice.
So walk through into the laundry.
Mm-hmm. There's the backyard again. The Corian top, toilet, and the tub.
This is
Oh.
storage over the stairs and attic access to this part of the house.
Fantastic. Well, it's better than a scuttle hole, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
There you go. I know that rack. Okay. Well, we'll do the backyard in a minute. This is okay. So we have the laundry right off of the walkthrough.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then backyard access from the laundry as well.
Nice, nice. So it's an actual laundry room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife, the property we bought in Uxbridge, the laundry's in the basement. My wife can't wait to move it upstairs.
Right, right. I hear you. I hear.
Yeah.
I'm right there with her.
We have 5 children, so you know the laundry was kind of an important place.
Yes, it is.
Another bedroom here, and then we So you have 2 separate basements. They
Two
don't
separate-
connect. No,
I'll
it's not a
show
problem.
you.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
It is. It's an unusual layout. So the house was. I'm not sure if this part was originally a barn or just what it was, but it was built in several different sections. So it's a sort of a rambling ranch style.
It just kept going.
It's a one-off. It's a one-off.
Oh my
Definitely
goodness.
a one-off.
That's so
So you can get between the two. The one on the to our left, on the, what I call the older side of the house,
Yep.
does not have outside access.
Okay.
This is outside access for this half of the basement.
All right.
So
Okay.
the story with this addition
Mm-hmm.
was that this was an existing foundation,
Yes.
a fieldstone foundation.
Mm-hmm.
In 2010, well actually 2009 through 2012 probably, I dug this out
Mm-hmm.
and poured concrete on the inside of these walls
Mm-hmm.
to both lower it and to waterproof it.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually about 30 inches thick, so it would make a nice storm shelter.
Wow.
But I made it for 2 reasons. I made it a high ceiling. One was because I was going to have my workshop down here,
Mm-hmm.
which I did. Had a woodworking shop down here.
Yeah.
But also, if you finish it,
Yeah.
there's plenty of headroom down here. So that's this side of the basement.
Normally, when this happens, normally when you pour a foundation, there's a vibrator that goes down into the concrete to help it to eliminate, double pour like this.
This was like that because I did this wall first,
Uh huh.
and I put a lot of bracing on, but not enough bracing.
And you had to blow out.
And it started pushing, and the driver said, "Well, you can either pour the floor, or we can wait for the rest later." So
Oh no.
that's what I did.
Okay.
I did vibrate it on the other 3 walls. Somebody did still get that. I did it
Yeah.
in 2 pours just to be sure.
And when you and when you finished the pour, did you pin it or did you just pour on top?
I pinned it. yeah.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. And it's a well water with a tank.
It is town water.
Oh.
That was so when my brother-in-law bought this property in 2001. It had been sitting for 10 years. No one really did anything with it.
Yeah.
So he did it, cleaned it up, took 14 30-yard dumpsters of trash out of the backyard. And it was the creepiest place in town.
Yeah.
So he cleaned it up and he did the septic, all that. The well was pre-existing. It's now within a few feet of being too close to the septic system to be considered potable. Has town water anyway, so that's an irrigation well. It's just just a plus.
Very good.
I have it hooked up to a hydrant in the front for washing the cars and all that.
Is the irrigation separately metered?
That-
Some towns allow for your irrigation system to be separately metered from your house.
Oh,
meter.
well, I mean, it wouldn't have to be metered.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but some people do that because they don't want to have to pay the same
Yeah.
price for the water going to their yard as to their potable water.
Yeah, it does not have an irrigation system.
Oh, I thought you said irrigated water.
No, I'm saying that would be considered an irrigation well. So
Oh,
I don't have an
it's-
irrigation system.
Okay.
If you decide to put one in,
Okay.
you wouldn't have to mess with either a meter or drilling a well.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Because Bellingham they are pretty, I never checked as far as an irrigation rate or anything like that, but they're pretty stiff when it starts getting dry about outside watering.
Yeah.
So if you did put in an irrigation system, that would be a plus
Okay.
to have the well pre-existing.
So I have a beautiful modine here, and in order to allow this one to be used as occupiable space, you put a well in here, and the window sill is less than 44 above the floor, right?
It should be, yeah. something like that. Yep, so it's 40 right now. Build it up a little bit.
Okay.
So you're in the contracting business?
Well, I've worked with a few of them in the past.
Yeah.
You got separate. You have zones for your heating system too, separately
Yeah.
zoned. Can you
So-
individually shut them off too? Yeah.
Yeah, so this side of the house, when I did it, it's all radiant panels in the floor,
Mhm.
above floor. The other side of the house is the baseboard hot water, but it all runs off the same, it's heated by the same boiler. I put this in as more or less temporary for
Yep.
my workshop because with the radiant heat, instead of keeping it running all day,
Yeah.
when I come down here in the evening, I just crank it up a little bit and it was soon warm.
Makes sense.
And someone gave that to me, so. It's a $600 heater.
Yeah.
So I kind of temporary did it, but it does have both a floor sensor and the pipes in the floor for if you had finished space down here.
Wow.
Nice.
That
Put
is
a drainage system inside the wall
Mhm.
with a sump pump as well as a battery backup sump pump. Try to do things right when I do it.
Exactly. So I must have missed. So I see the floor drain here. You said there's a French drain or is just a floor drain?
So there's a
Oh,
floor drain there.
Nice.
But there's also, when I poured this wall,
Mm-hmm.
I left, this system makes a little gap
Yep.
so that if anything ever does come in this wall,
Mhm.
I did, before I did the driveway in September last year. Before that, it was gravel and it was pitched toward the house.
Ugh.
So all of it came from my neighbor's driveway down across the street and
Mhm.
pooled in there, and so I had a few places where it came in. Since we did that, we've had some heavy rains and I haven't had anything in.
That's great.
But that's there just in case.
I like that.
So that has a little space between the concrete wall and the floor, as well as underneath, so it drains through gravel to, about right in here is where drain runs the whole way around
So it's
this.
not just an expansion joint, it's a little bit it's pretending to be a French drain as it were to help direct water.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. And that
Ooh.
comes,
There's the other half of it.
that's the other half.
Look
So,
at that.
Yeah.
It's so fancy. I like that.
I
Take a wave.
I should probably cut that down and take the rest of that out, but my sons like to take a bungee cord and tie themselves to that. And they pretended it was Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is not a primary heating system, but this is a secondary solar.
Yeah.
So this is for the domestic hot water.
Okay.
And right now it is, so it's just about right on 200 degrees.
Okay.
The circulating pump runs on solar,
Okay.
so it doesn't take any grid energy to heat these 80 gallons of domestic hot
So it's
water.
not on a continuous loop, but it does have the tank here to help make it.
So the hot water, it comes into this tank and goes out and through the boiler. So if this is not hot enough in the wintertime,
Perfect.
the boiler automatically, so you don't have to touch it, and you can take a guilt-free warm shower.
Wow.
Because at 200 degrees,
Yeah.
tempering it down to 120, that means you have 120, 150 gallons of shower water.
That's impressive.
And that is a system that I purchased, it's not leased or anything like that, because that's a lot of questions, a lot of people have asked me that question, whether it's
Yeah.
leased.
When are you gonna do Title V? Do you have a plan?
I actually, it was just something I didn't do.
Okay.
I had it pumped in like the end of the year, and he checked on it and he said it should be good. I just didn't
Okay.
do it. I could call him and have it done.
But you
anytime.
said it's on town water or no?
It's on town water.
Okay, so
Septic.
for the
Private
septic.
septic, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Because this is not an accepted street, so they haven't put a sewer out here.
correct.
Yeah.
And the reason it's not accepted is because it does not have, it never will have enough space for a cul-de-sac. It was sort of a strange deal when the man developed it. He sold the two houses at the end. Those people have been there, they're the original owners of those houses, and that was like 1987, I think. So he sold my neighbor his house, and then he said, I'll buy back a little slice of land from you, which would have made his lot non-conforming.
Yeah.
It made it given him area for a cul-de-sac, so he was really trying to use the land twice.